Alright, today I'm going to be making a pie dough, because let's face it, pie doughs you're going to be using either to make pie, chicken pot pie like I got in mind. So it's a very quick recipe. You're going to need half a pound of butter, 2 cups of plain old flour, a little bit of salt, I'd say maybe a teaspoon of salt, and we're going to be mixing that very and when it's all sandy together. By the way, the butter has to be very cold. Take it out of the fridge, and I'm going to add water until the preparation is still a little sandy but will lump together. And I'm done. All you have to do now is just put it into shape, and you put it in the fridge, let's say about 40 minutes before using it. Alright. Okay, today chicken pot pie, like I said. We're going to start by making our Béchamel. So I put about I would say 3 tablespoons and a half of butter. I'm going to put 4 tablespoons of flour into the mix so that I create a roux. Beautiful. Now we're going to add 4 cups of milk to this. We're going to lower the heat to medium, and we're going to mix this until it gets not too thick, but thick nonetheless. I'll see you then. Okay, now that your Béchamel is done, what you're going to do is you're going to add to it a bit of chicken broth. Let's say 2 tablespoons. Mixing it. I add, that's my taste, this is optional, but I add half a cup of cheese, mozzarella, and I mix into it. Don't worry, it's not perfectly mixed. I'm gonna add my chicken. This one I cooked yesterday. I cooked on the rotisserie. I don't like putting cold chicken into this, so I rewarmed it. But you can buy a rotisserie chicken at the market and just debone it and add it to it. I add corn and peas and green beans, carrot, and broccoli. I'm going to be mixing the whole thing, and this is going to be inside our pie dough, but first it's going to have to cool down a bit. Oh boy, that smells is fantastic. And I'll see you when I make the pies. Okay, you're going to be using your dough and bring it down to, well, I'd say 1/8 of an inch thick. That should be enough. Then you put it in a mold that will go into the oven, and you just fill it up. Don't be shy, that stuff is good. You may notice that I'm doing a big one. If you don't have those type of deep pot to do it, well, you can use the aluminum plates and stuff like that, and it's pretty good. So now all we gotta do is put the top on, which I will show you after I bring it down again. Okay, once the top dough is flattened, I'm gonna put some water on this. It's gonna act like a glue. Be generous, don't worry about a little bit of water going into your pie, it's no problem at all. Then we're gonna take our dough and just roll it on the pin and spread it perfectly all around. Then I'm just gonna make sure that everything is glued together. I don't want this to spill in the oven. Then I'm gonna cut the surplus. And I'm gonna cut a few holes to let the steam out. And one here, why not? And the last thing before you put it in the oven, by the way, you're going to be putting it at 350 degrees. I got an egg right here beaten, and I'm just going to spread it all over the top dough so that I get a best coloring ever for a pie. And this goes, like I said, at 350 degrees for about, well, for this one's going to be about 45 minutes, but if you're using a normal size pie tray, I'd say about between 20 and 30 minutes. Check it up once in a while and make sure it doesn't burn. I'll see you when it's cooked. Oh, after 42 minutes, mine is cooked. Looks pretty good. I really hope you love this recipe as much as I do. Share it with people that you love and let me know if you love it.